Hello there, my fellow outlaws. Welcome back to the Wild Wild West. We've got a ton to talk about because Rockstar has become suddenly very active on their Twitter about all things Red Dead Redemption 2. We've got a ton of images to go over which reveal some really cool characters that apparently will be also at our camp. Plus, they posted this image right here. I'll break this image down. It also gives us hints and clues as to new locations we will be visiting on the Red Dead Redemption 2 open world map. We'll talk about the leaked version, but we've got a ton to talk about. Plus, you know, it looks like new gameplay could be coming soon. Even Dilla out on Reddit noticed this. He says, "I'd like to point out their pinned tweet on Twitter, which was the last gameplay video, has been taken down. I'm hoping this means the new gameplay video is coming and will be serving as the replacement pinned tweet. Just a thought," end quote. Very good eye there, Dilla. So yeah, that could be happening very soon. So stay tuned here to Open World Games for that news. But yeah, let's start out here with this really cool image, of course, right here. It says, "Proclamation from the Pinkerton Detective Agency," which is basically like the FBI of the Wild West. It says, "Wanted, captured, dead or alive, Dutch Vanderland." It says, "For the robbery of close to 150,000 in banknotes from a boat in Blackwater and multiple associated counts of murder." So that could be one of the missions that we will be undertaking in the game. It says, "Leader of the ruthless Vanderland gang responsible for numerable train and bank robberies across the western states. A charismatic, manipulative individual believed to harbor subversive anti-American ideals. Mid-40s, dark-haired, and mustache, dresses smartly, last seen heading north into the Grizzlies from the Big Valley, West Elizabeth." So that's pretty cool. And it says the Pinkerton Detective Agency or nearest sheriff's office. Interesting stuff there. So the biggest takeaway from this is the mention of the Grizzlies and the Big Valley area, because it lines up with that map leak, of the Grizzlies, which is found northwest. As you can see, this white area here is labeled simply the Grizzlies. So it is definitely an area in the game, and it sounds pretty cool to me. I imagine it could be one of the snowy regions that we will be traveling to. We got to see some snowfall in the gameplay demonstration of Red Dead Redemption 2 and some of the trailers that have showcased that. So it does seem like we will be taking on missions in these mountainous regions for sure. But let us go over some of these brand new images that were posted revealing some of these characters that sound like they're going to be characters you will be interacting at your camp. As you can see here, here's a shot of the camp. So this is really cool. So of course, we have Abigail Roberts, and it says, "If they so much as put one bruise on him, I swear I'll bring the fires of hell on them myself." Of course, she would be referring to her son. And then, yep, we have the badass, John Marston. He says, "Guess about all I got left now is doubts, and scars." Sounds like there's going to be some really cool lines in this one. I'm just going to say it. We cannot forget about Bill Williamson. It says, "Don't try anything stupid, and we won't do anything unkind." Of course, we have Karen Jones. It says, "Running scams, robbing banks, screwing over the rich, and horrible." And it sounds like she's going to be very devious. Sounds like she could sneak into some of these places and provide a distraction. So that would be really cool as a gameplay option and opportunity if you decide to take on some of these bank robberies and train robberies. I'm wondering if you can actually use her specifically for that, if there's going to be characters that cater towards certain gameplay styles. Now, I would be up for that for sure. Then we have Charles Smith. It says, "The amount of hell we've raised, we're owed some back." So it also seems like they're very aware that they're being chased down. Remember, one of the gameplay elements in this game is that you have to move from camp to camp, because when you commit a train robbery or you commit a heist or something like that against a bank, you have to move on. The authorities will be after you, and it seems like in this game it's very much themed that they are going to be the bad guys here. Even though you're technically the villains and bad guys, to your gang, the authorities are very much the villains. Okay, it says Dutch Vanderland. They're chasing us hard because we represent everything that they fear. Again, the chase is on. It doesn't sound like this is a very comfortable lifestyle as an outlaw in the Wild West, constantly looking over your shoulder. It would be honestly horrible and a pain in the butt. So that's something to consider in the game. And of course, you're going to have to consider your wanted level and stuff like that. But from this gameplay, it does showcase there are more relaxing moments as well. So you do have to remember that there are other things to do than just robbing banks. Then we have Hosea Mathews that says, I wish I had acquired wisdom at less of a price. So it seems like he might have lost quite a bit. I think he's going to be kind of the one giving you the warnings about your future and kind of trying to guide you perhaps beyond this outlaw lifestyle. Like, are you really sure you want to be here? You sure you want to continue down this path? So I do think that there's going to be characters like that. And then we have little Jack here. Jack Marston. Did you catch the bad guys? That is so cool to see stuff from the previous Red Dead Redemption. It gets me even more hyped. And then you cannot forget about Haviar Escala, I believe it is. And he says, if we have to fight, we fight. If we have to run, we'll run. If we must die, we'll die. But we'll stay free. End quote. Now, there's no real word if we're going to be traveling down into Mexico again. We'll see if that's the case. But that was a big theme in the first Red Dead Redemption. But next up, we have Micah Bell. It says, I believe there's winners and losers and nothing else besides. And I think some of the outlaws in your group are going to be harder to manage than others. And perhaps they themselves could turn on you or become your enemies if they disagree with you. I'm curious to see if they're going to extend into that type of gameplay as well. Next up, we have Molly O'Shea, who says, you're playing a dangerous game. End quote. So it sounds like it could be Arthur Morgan here. Might try something down the road to really betray someone super important in the gang. I think that's actually going to be a theme as well. So betraying your comrades, is that something you are up to doing? And also, could we potentially see multiple endings in this game? I think it's something that would be pretty neat and would, Red Dead Redemption be kind of like Rockstar's first entry into more role-playing mechanics in their games. We'll see how much they actually extend that in Red Dead Redemption 2. Next up, we have Pearson. It says, the people are happy and well fed. I think perhaps we'll be okay. End quote. And I think a lot of these people just want to be left alone. They want to try to find some sort of life outside of this overbearing government. And they found this group here, which of course is a rough lifestyle. Then we have Susan Grimshaw. It says, I swear half of you would just rot in your own filth if nobody kept you in check. So she might be acting like kind of the mother of the group, if you will, going around making sure things are maintained and offering advice to Arthur Morgan. I think there's going to be your wiser people in the group that really give you advice, and it's going to be up to you if you take that advice. I'm curious to see if there's going to be multiple choices there. Again, if you're in your camp and you can go on a heist in this manner or that manner, then there's a character like, go this route. Are you a fool? Do not take this other way, or it will be the doom of you. So we'll see. We'll see if that's something that happens. And then we have Tilly Jackson. It says, most of us grew up hungry and scared and alone one way or another. And you can clearly see how also some of these camp members, some of these people in the camps also believe that this is their brand new family. This is the only family they have and can have. And they're going to do anything to stay with their family. They're from broken pasts, and this is the best family they can have. So that's going to be apparently another theme. Now we're looking at some gameplay, of course, that we've seen before, but I'm really curious to see what's up next. Again, It looks like we could be getting new gameplay soon, as Dilla did point out here. I would have to agree with him that something does seem to be happening. You know, with Rockstar posting all of these images out on their Twitter, I really do expect something to be dropping fairly soon, and I really do hope that's the case. We are in September, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is nearing its release big time, so I think that they're going to really want to up that marketing. Remember, the marketing for the first Red Dead Redemption was brilliant. I loved their developer diaries. I watched like every video for that game like 5 times a piece minimum, guys. I was so addicted to what was going on with the first Red Dead Redemption, and here we are with Red Dead Redemption 2. So, yep, stay tuned. It could be as soon as today. I'm not going to try to get you overly excited, but something could be happening today, and I will be keeping my eyes peeled to, you know, the Rockstar's Twitter and everywhere and anywhere for that news. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned here to Open World Games for more Red Dead Redemption 2 and open world gaming goodness. And I will see you guys in the Wild Wild West. See you guys later.